going to show you today is how you're able to create an Airtable automation that allows you to send an email to clients as well as internal Slack notifications to your team based simply on just creating a send checkbox within your Airtable table. So what we have here is a set of fields that we want to make sure are all filled out. This would include, in our case, deliverables that we're sending as part of our Legal One-Up service. So you'd have the deliverable name, a short description of it, a URL of where to get it. We also add another URL for the overall folder of where all of the deliverables are placed. You can add an attachment of an actual file. You need to associate it with one of your projects. Here we also have our Slack channel name, as well as some other fields. Importantly, the primary email, of which there can only be one, and then the secondary emails, of which could be many, and those would be who it's CC'd to. So I'll go ahead and first just show you what it is once you make sure that you have all of these fields filled out per row, you go ahead and click the send button, and what that should do is trigger off an email that will be sent to all of the people that were either listed as primary email or secondary email. Alright, so what we can do is we can then go ahead and see that indeed this email was sent, and this is the format that I'll show you how we create it. Is essentially addressing the primary email person, adding in the CC line, the deliverable name, its description, the URL, as well as where you can access it, and some custom formatting, as well as the sharing of the specific deliverables via attachment. Alright, so how this works is essentially you go in to your automations, and in our case this one is called client communication automations. So deliverable email automations is what we have. And what we do is we first do a logic check to see whether the send toggle button is clicked or not. And when it is clicked, that means that it satisfies a specific condition. And the Airtable will always be looking for that. Now, in our case, something that I had to do was create a script based on whether the size of the attachment was greater than 25 megabytes. And if it is greater than 25 megabytes, then it just doesn't attach it. Whereas if it's smaller than 25 megabytes worth of attachments, they will be attached. So what we do then is we go ahead and we set up an email within Airtable. And in this case, what you do is select that the action type is send mail. You can make a name for your automation. It shows up here. And what we've done, and this is a little bit easier than some of the other automations that I'll show you later, is that since on our table we're just sending one thing, we're able to pull from that primary email field. We're able to then also pull from that secondary email field. You can add BCC recipients if you want. I add our finance department for transparency. You're able to add who the email is from, where they should respond to the email, and then you can start configuring everything so that it has all of the variables from the table. So in this case, we say new deliverable available, state the name of the deliverable and the project that it's associated to. We add in the first name of the person from the primary email, and then you just go in and configure it. So we're pleased to inform you that you have a new deliverable where it states the name of it. then the project again, and then it adds a grid of the records that are being referenced. In this case, it's just going to be that table that it was showing in the email. You see, that's the grid view. And since we're only clicking it one at a time, it'll only show this one deliverable. And then we're able to add other things like the URL for the deliverable, the URL for the folders, etc. So yeah, when you do it, you're able to do various tests. If we just go ahead and send this, then we're able to see a preview of what we've put together. And so in our case, it was just for putting together a set of better interrogatories. So something that is important in the legal profession in discovery. We had some good lessons learned in a recent client feedback on our interrogatories. So we put together the playbook. And so then, as you saw in the email, that's essentially what it was doing. So hope this helps, and if you have any thoughts or questions, please feel free to reach out.